Birds drew Manish Rajankar to the ancient lakes of Vidarbha. Once considered the Lake District of India, Bhandara and Gondia in eastern Maharashtra boasts of around 12,000 ancient lakes and tanks built 3 centuries ago by the Gond kings. Come September, these lakes are buzzing with bird life from across the globe. But over the years, Manish noticed a steady decline in bird count. Something was amiss. Earlier, the local communities managed the lakes, which they referred to as Mama Talao. Post-independence, the management of the lake was taken over by 5 different government departments: agriculture, fisheries, irrigation, revenue and forest, each with different goals and portfolios. Green Revolution resulted in the leaching of pesticide and fertilizer residues into the water that affected the biodiversity. As a part of Blue Revolution, the government introduced Indian major carps or Sarkari Machhi, which are high-yielding fish species. The community was advised to eradicate the local fishes as they consume the eggs of the introduced carps. Further, the drag nets used to catch big fishes destroyed the aquatic plants, which in turn caused further degradation of the tanks. Around the lake, an invasive species, Ipomia fistulosa, aptly referred to as Besharam, was taking over. Of the 12,000 lakes recorded by the British, less than 2,700 remain today. Manish set out on a mission to study these tanks, touring across the villages for 2 to 3 months, sometimes staying overnight in the local Koli homes. Along his travels, he met a Dhivar fisherman, Patiram Tumsare, who he described as a 7th class pass, but an expert in botany, zoology, ornithology, among other subjects.
His knowledge is totally experiential. Basically, he was the person who helped us to lay down the details of the manual of restoration.
If a type of fish is found in a water body, what does it mean? It indicates the water body has specific types of aquatic plants and water quality for the fish to exist.
बाय वरच्या स्तराचा ना रो आहे मधल्या स्तराचा खाद्यपणा म्हणजे तिघाचे ते विभाजन केलं वरून कोण खातो आणि मधून कोण खाते आणि खालून कोण खाते आणि हळूहळू ती वनस्पती नष्ट झाली. आता त्याच तलावामध्ये जर वनस्पती नाही तर मासे वाढत नाही, एक पावचं होत नाही.
Unfortunately, when you are from a marginalized community, whatever knowledge you may possess also gets marginalized. In his interactions with various members of the community, Manish realized 2 things which shifted his approach. The tanks had never been accessible to everyone equally. The Dhivar fishing community were the lowest in the social order, but had a very close bond with the water bodies and understood what ails them and what solutions would work. But they were at loggerheads with the farmers who argued that their ancestors built these tanks for farming and not fishing.
Very limited number of people are getting benefits from the actual water because these tanks were constructed for the protective irrigation purpose.
Another shift was when he realized that the women of the community were almost non-existent in the public space. Fortunately for him, he met Shalu Kolhe.
13-14 में मेरे को मनीष भाई मिले और मेरे घर में ही एक महिलाओं की मीटिंग ली. तो वहाँ मीटिंग में मैंने कुछ तो ऐसा बोला कि मनीष भाई को लगा कि ये और कुछ तो काम किए.
Manish, along with Patiram Tumsare and Shalu Kolhe, decided to restore the remaining 2,700 lakes, relying on traditional wisdom, modern science, and local participation. Shalu enlisted women from neighboring villages to support this initiative.
जब 2014-15 में शालू मेरे को चुनने आई तो ये मुझे साहब लोग लग रहे थे और मैं क्या काम करने वाली एक औरत थी ना. मुझे सिर्फ बच्चे संभालना और किसी के खेत में काम पे जाना, इतना ही मेरा काम था. बाद में मुझे ऐसा लगा कि मैं ये क्यों नहीं कर सकती, कि मैं खेत का काम तो कर सकती हूँ, बच्चे भी संभाल सकती हूँ. और मैं ये जो इन्होंने बताया था कि लीडरशिप का काम करना है, अपने गांव में अपने खुद के लिए लड़ना है और समाज के लिए लड़ना है.
The first challenge was to remove Besharam. The women decided not to use big machinery like JCBs as it would damage the lake bed further.
ट्रैक्टर से जेसीबी से निकलेंगे तो लोगों को रोजगार नहीं मिलेगा और वो ढंग से निकालते नहीं।
बेशरम सदाफुली जो बोलते हैं वो नष्ट करना है तो इसके लिए कुछ महिलाएं जमा करोगे क्या? तो मैंने बोली हाँ, इन्होंने दिन रखे तो उस दिन मैंने तो भी 15-20 महिला जमा की और हम लोगों ने वो बेशरम काटने का काम शुरू किया।
The Ipomia eradication was monitored for a few years. The learning was that in 3 years, they could get rid of Besharam completely. GPS mapping of the 15 tanks was done with correlation between land use pattern of the catchment and biodiversity. They documented the different soil types in the water body and the percentage covered by each type. They also made a note of the species lost and what remains. To identify the aquatic plants, birds and fishes, they sought the help of the local college professors. While the experts were good with the identification of the plants, they could not guide Manish and his team on how to go about planting. They came back to the community and with trial and error devised a way. Just ahead of monsoon, the lake bed was ploughed. After initial showers, where there is 2 to 3 feet of water, they sowed local species of aquatic plants. A layer of a variety of traditional grasses and tall shrubs were planted. Floating plants, submerged and semi-submerged plants were also planted. The results of the restoration activity was there for everyone to see. Fish production increased from 40 kilograms per hectare to 400 kilograms. Waterbird species count increased. They documented 59 indigenous fish species, 161 types of plant species, and 27 types of grasses. Inspired by the success, Manish and Patiram Bhau went from village to village on their motorcycle, covering about 70 fishing cooperatives in Bhandara and Gondia districts. Of them, 12 cooperatives with 43 villages and 63 wetlands signed up for restoration of their village tanks. When Manish and his team went through their detailed documentation of plants, they realized the need for a seed bank for the aquatic plants. The community collected seeds of plants from different parts of the lake and maintained a seed bank. The seeds were then sold to neighboring cooperatives that were beginning their lake restoration work, thus becoming a livelihood option for the women of the community. They noticed that the Sarkari Machhi was not giving good returns. To their surprise, the indigenous fish species were becoming more profitable.
When we emphasized on keeping the record of indigenous catch also, and they have started it, they themselves have realized that they are getting 3 to 4 times higher monetary returns from indigenous fishes from the introduced one.
Along with Shalu, Sarita and Kavita, many more women began to play an active role.
हम 3 हैं और हमें ऐसा लग रहा है कि हमारे जैसे हर गांव में हमारी मासेमार समाज से एक लीडर तैयार हो गई तो हमारा काम बहुत आगे जा सकता है।